8 p.m. CST, live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us as we discuss pertinent issues that relates to you and I with your host, Alinko.
Very talented young people who have decided to follow.
Then another year it starts again. Well, this is different.
We should definitely be talking to those wonderful people. Once again, we urge you to share the feed on Facebook.
Hi there, I'm Faida, and today we're going to be talking about the African diaspora in Mexico.
Whether UK likes it or not, I have to leave this country.
I became a member and a chief of the Vice Lord all in one day.
All these guys, winds are out of the north at Midway Airport.
Rice and beans. Okay, kids, we have had to come to an end of this beautiful set.
It's not about the
This is the inside account of a week that brought the Rainbow Nation to its knees.
Right, essentially trying to inculcate to this. Welcome everyone. This is the Progressive Mind Show. My name is Sena, aka Alinko. You're welcome to the #1 community building platform in the world. Today is June 29th. The month has already ended. We are going to be talking to today. Today is Ghanafest. We're going to be doing a lot of discussion around Ghanafest, Sankofa Ghanafest 2022. Our panelists will be on the show a little bit earlier. Before that, though, we would have a little conversation about Africa and the diaspora. But all that cannot take place when we have Captain Mike in the house. So, my brother, take it from here. Give us what we have in the area of sports, health, and weather. It's been very beautiful. We're already in summer, so it's expected. Please take it from here.
All right. Well, as you say, we are in the middle of, we just started summer, and this week is going to be really nice. So right now we have 84 degrees. Winds are a little bit gusty out of the east at Midway Airport, gusts up to about 15 miles an hour. And let's take a look at the rest of the forecast for tonight. You're going to get down to about 70 degrees, which is really nice. Tomorrow, up to 85, possible showers here and there, but we don't expect much, if anything. Friday, up to 75 degrees. We have a cold front coming through. You're going to have some rain and possible thunder showers. They're going to end in the evening. Winds are out of the northwest after that cold front. Saturday, you're looking at 82 degrees. Possibility of some showers early, down to 70. And pretty much we're going to get down to about 70 degrees all week. Sunday's going to be a really nice day. Mostly cloudy, but going to have some sun poking through there. Light winds. Monday in the 80s, down to 70s. Once again, winds are out of the east. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to get back up to mostly sunny skies, and probably there's a possibility of some rain early Tuesday. Probably not, but it's going to be hot, but we can deal with that. And Wednesday's about 77 degrees, and we're not anticipating any kind of rain, but there are going to be some clouds late. We can handle that too. All right, going into sports. The Cincinnati Reds are going to be playing the Cubs tonight in Wrigley Field. The Philadelphia Football Club is going to be playing Red Stars at Soldier Field in about an hour or so. And our White Sox are out in Anaheim, California. In the health and fitness, we're going to talk about the only thing I don't like about summer, mosquitoes. Why don't we like mosquitoes? Well, one, they spread germs and disease. What kind of diseases? Well, dengue fever, West Nile, Zika, yellow fever. No good. If you're bitten by a mosquito, like they seem to love me, and I always am, what do? Well, wash the area with soap and water, and you can kind of make a paste. I wish I'd have known this as a child, of baking soda and water, and that kind of takes away the itching. And leave that paste on for about 10 minutes, then wash that off with soap and water. And you can also get over-the-counter remedies that will help with the itching and scratching. So talk to your pharmacist. They may be able to point you in the right direction and get something to help you out with that itching if you have that problem. How do we prevent mosquitoes? Use EPA-approved repellents. Apply sunscreen first if you're going out in mosquito-laden areas. Then apply your repellent. Wear light-colored long-sleeve shirts and pants and long pants. And also, if you have children, make sure they're covered. If you have a baby carriage, make sure it's covered with a net and they have long-sleeve shirts and pants, light-colored. Use screens on the windows and doors. Use the AC if you can. Keep those windows closed. And if there's any standing water in your yard or nearby, dump that, because that is a breeding ground for mosquitoes. So with that, Senna, we're going to keep ourselves safe from mosquitoes. I'm going to go back to you.
Well, good to know about this mosquito things. I mean, here in America, you don't have to deal with a lot of mosquitoes. Even if you do, you're not scared that they're going to give you malaria, because malaria is not a thing here. Africa is where we used to deal with some huge mosquitoes. Those that were as big as birds.
Yeah, I've been. When we go to Senegal and places, you got to get the yellow fever shot, and you have malaria pills. So, but I've never gotten either. So let's keep that streak going.
Have you taken a trip to Africa yet, Mike?
Yeah. I've been to Senegal and Gambia a few times. So yeah, okay. And so far, I've been bitten because mosquitoes love me. Let's just face it. But so far, I haven't caught anything. So
I don't know why you have not been to Ghana, man. What's up with that?
I gotta go. I got a lot of friends. It's from Ghana. I gotta go.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a trip there, so you gotta come with me, definitely.
Give me a time. I'm gone.
All right, my man. Thank you so much for the updates. We will see you next week, God willing. Salute and see you. That was Captain Mike with the segment. Really want to appreciate him. Today again is 29th, June 29th, 2022. June 29th, 2022. And it's a lovely day. And in a little bit, we're going to have the GNPC. No, not GNPC. That's Ghana Professional of North America. That's not GNPC. Not that. Ghana Professional of North America. That's what I was referring to. GPNA. But it's GNC, Ghana National Council. Ghana National Council has been in existence in the city of Chicago for more than 30, 40 years, I think. But they will be here on the show and to be talking about, they'll be on the show to discuss the coming back of Ghanafest. And the theme this year is Sankofa. Sankofa is an Akan word, and it means go back for it. What are we going back for? When they come, we will learn more about it. But before that, I wanted to touch on some things that has been bothering me. I also do surf the internet a lot. I browse through social media platforms to see what's happening, some of the posts and stuff that people share every now and then, and I have come across a few. Sometimes There are others, there are posts that I really just want to jump on and just keep going and have conversations about. But time does not permit. There is one that I came across. Now I'd like to play that video. After this video, there are two videos that I came across actually. One is a Ghanaian immigrant that resides in Ukraine, who was just going through some things, and so he shared it. It's on social media. I'll see if we can play that here. Bear with me as I find this video. And then after we had a conversation about it, I would want to talk about the recent video that has been circulating on social media regarding Sudanese being tortured at the borders of Morocco. Let's take a listen to this guy.
I crossed into the European border through the Hungarian side, the Hungarian border with Ukraine. So I had to get a ticket from Hungary straight to Berlin. And then I had a valid ticket. The charter, the UN charter says, hey, this countries respect human rights, so they will give us a right of passage, right? I get to Frankfurt, still on a train, and then the Bundespolice came in, they stopped our train, they were like, I don't know, 15, 20 of them with dogs. They stormed our train, they walked into my coach, said, do you have a ticket? I produced my ticket because I paid for my ticket. 100 and something, I still have the ticket in my bag, 100 and something euros. I said, okay, do you have a right to enter Germany? I said, yes, the law says refugees from Ukraine are allowed to enter. That's what the law says. I bring out my ID, my passport, and my permanent resident in Ukraine. I show them. He nods his head. He goes, he talks to his superior, and then he comes back, and he says, I have to get off the train. I'm like, for what? He says, because I wasn't born in Ukraine. I was livid. I'm like, what does that mean? I wasn't born in Ukraine. I've lived in Ukraine so long. Why would you say because I wasn't born off the train, I should get off of the train? I have a valid ticket. Why should I get off the train? I didn't stow away on the train. Why should I get off? They said, oh, we need to register you and then we can let you go. There was a German lady I met on the train. She was nice. We were having a conversation all through in English. She told me, oh, I better have to comply. That they said because I wasn't born, I have to do this. I said, they are not doing this for the Ukrainians. I also have the same rights as a Ukrainian who was in Ukraine because I'm a permanent resident. So why are you doing this? They said, because we have to register you. So we got out, all the blacks, and this was just black people they were pulling off the train. So they took us to this holding facility. I remember the address. They took our passports. The address was in Nikola Tesla 1 in Frankfurt. It's a big warehouse. There they segment it. They have the segments the whole warehouse. So they had to keep us out in the cold for like, I don't know, hours because there were lots of us. They said we had to take COVID swabs. They took COVID swabs. They will take your passports, they will bag it, they will take all the money, they will count it, they will bag it, and then they will write on it. Yeah, this is from the body. This is one of the bags they used to bag our personal belongings. As you see, it's still the same way. The cash that was on me is still the same, unhinged, untouched. I can't even bring myself to tell because I'm still traumatized by it. My bag has a tag. This tag was from Frankfurt. They tag your bags, they tag every personal belongings you have with a yellow tag and a code. Mine was A155. And this is something they made us understand that, oh, it's just simple registration. I even asked some of the Bundespolice, oh, 1 hour maximum. We're there for 23 hours. Then the next thing I experienced was the most humiliating thing I've never experienced in my life. They took me to a room, asked me to strip naked. I had to go bare naked. They said, oh, I'm like, what's this for? They said, take off all your clothes. And then they made me squat and do a turnaround, show them my ass and all that. It was so humiliating because in my life, even going through airport security, traveling, I've never experienced this. I'm like, don't you have body scanners for this? Even if you're suspecting somebody, they are drugs or they are drug moles, this is not the procedure. You don't tell people to go stark naked because you want to search them. When I got to Berlin, the girl told me, hey, that thing you did there is not registration. That's your whatever. I said, this tag I have it. I brought a paper. They said, no, that's for your personal records. I've never experienced such humiliation in my life. Each time I think about it, I want to cry. But as a man, my dad told me, don't cry. But it is humiliating. Somebody, a fellow man like me, would tell me to go naked. It is humiliating. It is. Because I'm trying to cross the country like everybody else.
Like I'm trying to cross a country like everybody else. Like I'm trying to cross a country like everybody else. And that's what immigration, migration, people traveling from one place to the other has been there. Since generation, it's always been there. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is it's a very touching story. It's a very, very touching story. To hear a fellow Ghanaian, fellow African go through what he went through. And this is just one part of thousands or hundreds or thousands of stories of Africans who are trying to sojourn, who are trying to seek greener pastures elsewhere. Now, time will not permit to go into this as much as I would want to, because we have a show coming up. We have GNC will be on here, but I don't even know where to start from. Africans go through this a lot in Europe. The ordeal this man went through, the ordeal he experienced, is the story of a lot of Africans in Europe. We cannot start talking about why we travel and why, even though we go through these issues, a lot of people still, go elsewhere and go to countries that have been hostile to Africans. The fact is, right now, we do. He's a student. A lot of us go there legitimately to go to school, seek greener pastures, work hard, just be regular folks, just seeking greener pastures. But he had to deal with this because Europe has a history of, some European countries have this history of maltreating Africans. In China, it's the same. Now, I don't know about Korea and Japan, but I know I've heard a lot of horrible stories in China. There's actually a documentary recently about how some Chinese it's not in Kenya, it could be in Tanzania, one of the African countries, they're making a whole documentary about, they're using African kids to make documentaries, demeaning documentaries. They're basically using African kids in making demeaning using African kids in making demeaning documentaries, but to basically look down on Africans and to keep selling the negative energy, the negative image that the Chinese or some Asians think of Africans. They use our people to promote these negative narratives that they want to propagate about Africa. And when Africans travel to Asia and sometimes like countries like China, they've also had their very horrible treatment. I remember when COVID came, 2020, thereabout, Nigerians, we saw the videos on social media, Nigerians and some Ghanaians were maltreated and were sacked to be on the streets just because they were Africans. The claim was that there was a potential of them having COVID and they didn't want them to infect others, so they were thrown on the streets. They were taken from their homes and thrown on the streets, in the cold streets, without any care. I didn't see that in America. We had COVID too, but I didn't see a lot of Africans being treated like that. This is the point. That is the point I'm actually trying to get to. What goes on in Europe regarding the treatment of Africans, what goes on in Asia regarding the horrible treatment of Africans. It's not necessarily, another day we can go into the details, we can have some people on the show, they can tell their stories and share it, but I want to bring it home to America. That fortunately, you don't see and hear some of the stories. You don't see stories and hear Africans go through. What I'm trying to say is you have not heard, a lot of us as Africans have not seen or heard fellow Africans go through some of these humiliating stories that this brother just shared, the clip that I just played. He was stripped naked in front of whoever, and this is not a non-documented person. He is a legal holding resident in Ukraine. He had a green card. He had a Ukraine green card, if that's what they call it, but equivalent to American green card. He's a legal resident. But he was taking through this humiliation. He was literally disgraced and disrespected just because he's an African. And again, this has been a story when it comes to some European countries. We watched a movie called Deadly Voyage. That is also Ukraine. Two Ghanaians, there was a story about Ghanaians who stole weight in a ship. They were trying to go to Ukraine, and a lot of them were killed. One was able to escape. He went to France. It became a whole story. And the movie, Omar Epps went to Ghana and made a movie out of that. Deadly Voyage. Go watch that movie, Deadly Voyage. So what I'm saying is something that has been going on for a long time. But again, fortunately for Africans in America, we don't have to endure that. We haven't endured a lot of that. If people have seen and people have enjoyed it, please, the Progressive Mind Show, email it to me. Let me know. I would look at it. We will talk about it. But what I'm saying is that at least if you look at the history of when Africans started coming to this country, to the United States, we have not had cases like extreme humiliation of Africans just because they did not have documents. And even if they didn't have documents, you have not heard, and we have not heard or seen Africans being humiliated in the United States as we have heard in other European countries. Why? Because here, Africans are able to easily blend in, because there is already a huge Black population. Not only that, this Black population have had to deal with whatever it is that Africans are dealing with in Europe and some countries in Asia already. Whatever obstacle and challenges, be it in economics, be it in social, be it in politics, be it in religion, whatever, be it in culture, the majority of Black people that were already here in this country before indigenous Africans started migrating here, they dealt with that already. Well, they're still dealing with it, but majority of the work has been done. So when Africans come here, we blend in, whether you are documented or not. America has a way of treating you. Even if you're undocumented, you go through a process and not necessarily go through the type of humiliation that my brother went to. Because a lot of African Americans with their leaders died and shed blood for it. So that today, a lot of Africans can blend in. We can work, we can become citizens, we can partake in the political process, we can speak freely like I'm doing on the internet, and not have to fear and have to deal with anybody, because guess what? There is that liberty. And I'm not only confining that liberty to African Americans, but what I'm saying is that comparatively, if you look at the issues and the obstacles that fellow Africans have to deal with and face in Europe versus here, you see the significance of the work that the significance of the work that African Americans have done in this country, which allow indigenous Africans who migrate here to now struggle as much, or to not have to deal with some heinous and humiliating situations like the brother who just spoke in Ukraine. So all I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is that I am not saying all Africans, but it's important that we work our relationship with our fellow African Americans. It's important for us to acknowledge every time, like we have to reflect on the work that they have done. we have to reflect on the fact that we are taking advantage of all of the civil rights benefits, all of these other economic benefits, and we are thriving here, not just because we came and worked for it, but fellow blacks, some other black people who are African Americans who left the shores of Africa many centuries ago. They came here and endured everything and laid the groundwork and the foundation for us. So fellow Africans, so fellow blacks or fellow Africans, Africans who are migrating from the continent don't have to face these things. I'm just saying that as we continue with our diaspora connection, as we continue to work out our relationship, we have to be reflecting on these things so that we can do the reaching out, so that Africans can do the reaching out. And I'm speaking to my African American brothers and the Caribbean brothers too, to acknowledge that we are one in so many ways, that our heritage is connected. That yes, you worked and paved the way for us, but we are here as brothers and sisters. And even though we've had our differences and we don't see eye to eye sometimes, it is very imperative that we start looking at each other, and we start not just looking at each other, but we start talking to each other so we can understand our differences, so we can at least be aware of our differences and the reasons why we don't seem to work together. Now, as we start talking, maybe we can unravel what makes us different, and we can begin to see ways that we can work together as a global people, because our heritage is one and our stories are the same, shaped differently. So I just wanted to address this issue regarding this brother that had to deal with what he dealt with in Ukraine, the humiliation that this African brother had to deal with. On that note, we will take a short break. When we come back, I would probably touch on that video. Actually, you know what? I have a few minutes, so let's see if we can share that video. The video that I was talking about, the issue that happened in Morocco. Yes, this one. Now for this is, let me have this is a viewer's discretion disclosure here. Please, if you are, I'm going to play this video. It's a little bit graphic. It's a little disturbing, and so please feel free not to watch it. This is but I wanted to. Usually I don't do this, but I wanted to show a little bit of what is going on. Okay, that's enough. That, speaks to some of the things that I'm talking about. This is not in Europe, though. This is on the borders of Morocco. This is in Morocco, actually, at the border of Morocco and I think Spain. And these are a group of Sudanese youth that are trying to cross the border from Morocco to Spain. This happens a lot. African youth travel to the northern part of Africa because that part of the continent is very close to Europe, Italy, Spain. It happens all the time. And they were meted with this type of treatment. These are fellow Africans doing this to their own brothers and sisters. So my point is, Africans, a lot of Africans go through a lot when we leave the continent. Unfortunately, our leaders have disappointed us. Many of our leaders have disappointed the continent of Africa, the countries of Africa, and the people of Africa, even though it's the richest continent and has all the resources that the world needs. The youth are deprived of basic needs. Opportunities have not been provided. So what? They go outside to seek that opportunity. And in the process of this, they have to endure some of these things. We all saw what happened in Libya some time ago. Currently, there's slavery going on in Mauritania. It's the last hold of slavery, modern day slavery. But this is an immigration issue. The image I just played right now is an immigration issue that is currently I think last week or this week that's just happened in Morocco. Fellow Africans, fellow youth, they're not trying to do anything bad. They're just looking for opportunity. Sometimes the opportunity is not for themselves. They're trying to feed their mothers back home. They're trying to feed their sisters. They can't look at their parents or their siblings struggle and go without food. And so they want to do everything. They want to take all the risk, do or die. Does not matter. They want to survive. So they sojourn this trip. They take on these trips, these deadly trips. And then you have Moroccans doing this. The story about Moroccans and all of that, and Egyptians acting like they're Europeans, that they're not Africans. It's a different conversation to be had another day. But these are some of the things some African immigrants endure elsewhere. And it comes back to the point that I was making here earlier, that in this country, in the United States, at least, we have not seen this much stories. Yes, we saw the issue of the Haiti folks at the border. We saw that. Yes. But that is not as consistent as we have had with a lot of European countries, Asia, and even on the continent of Africa itself. And so all I'm saying is that when we are here in the diaspora, in the United States, fellow Blacks, let's do our best to interact. Let's do our best to work out our differences and see eye to eye, because it's very imperative that we collaborate, that we work together for the benefit of the entire humanity, for the benefit of fellow Blacks, for the benefit of Africans, for the benefit of minority. But our working together, our collaboration, our seeing eye to eye, our fostering of a better relationship, it's not just for our own good. It's for the betterment of humanity. And so on this note, I want to go to my guests this evening who are coming on the show. But before I, this is from, she says, when will we stop this inner hate amongst us? Why can't we see our true potential of banding together to better our lives? It's already hard. We don't have to make it harder. Absolutely. So fellow Blacks have to stop in any form of inner hate, any form of, hard feelings, any form of animosity. Fellow Blacks, we don't, this is 2022. Everybody is trying to work together. Europeans are working together. Look at Ukraine. They even though they're fighting, they have a lot of support from other Europeans. And when it's happening to Blacks, who comes to our aid? If we have an issue, who comes to help us? If it's happening to African Americans, who goes to help them? If it's happening to Africans, who goes to help Africans? If it's happening to Caribbeans, who goes to help them? So we are all we have. We got to start helping each other. We got to start looking inside and start banding together, like Abena said. Abena, thank you so much for your for that comment. Short break, and then we would continue today's conversation with GNC. We shall be right back after this short break. Okay, so we are here with the he is an executive of GNC in the person of EFFAH AMEYAW. EFFAH, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Looks like we have Eddie and I think KWESI is running late, but you're here, so we will begin the conversation. It's 6:35 p.m. on the Progressive Mind Show. You can follow us on our Facebook and YouTube page. When you're there, subscribe, click on the notification, so each time we come, you can hear you can get to be part of the community building agenda. Before we go to EFFAH, I wanted to see if we can get I think I saw someone coming through, but okay, that's not it. EFFAH, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great.
Yes, I don't remember the last time we had a conversation on the platform. I don't think. Yeah, you've been on the platform. This is not the first time you've been.
I pop in once in a while.
Yes. No, but in terms of hosting you.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a very long time. I know we're all enjoying summer. How has the week been for you so far, bro?
So far, so good. You know, I think the last 2 weeks has been very hot. And, you know, we kind of get adjusted to it. You know, if you are somebody who has lived in Chicago for a while, then you know we have two basic seasons, and they are all the extremes. It's hot, it's cold. They are all extremes. So each one, when it comes, we get adjusted.
That's very true. If it's hot, it's hot. But I like the hot. I mean, you know, the kakape in Ghana, and, you know, we get. Look, I like when I'm hot. You know, I'm used to that. I wanted 95 degrees every day. Yeah. But good to see you, bro. Good to see you. You look a bit tired. I know you've been working a lot. You work for the BA Association, GNC. You know, so is that what is wearing you down?
You can say that. You know, you have to combine community service with political issues and also family life. So, if you want to keep all of these going, you have to put some extra work.
I hear you. Brother Eddie OPPONG is in the house. Bro, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. So tonight we're going to be talking about Sankofa. Sankofa is... I explained the meaning of Sankofa earlier, guys, but it's going back for culture, going back for something, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the theme for Sankofa, the theme for Ghanafest 2022 this year is Sankofa. Each time you've had Ghanafest, I don't recall a theme like that, but correct me if I'm wrong, EFFAH.
Oh, yeah. So each time we look at, you know, the prevailing circumstances and then we choose a theme. We go through a very rigorous exercise. You know, it doesn't just come with just a thought, but, you know, once somebody has that idea, the person brings it to the planning committee where, you know, you have to explain why we need to choose this team or that team, and then we settle on it. But you remember that for 2 years now, COVID-19 has sort of kept the Ghanafest, you know, like it doesn't want us to have it. We tried to do something last year, but you know, it wasn't as we expect. So Sankofa is basically saying that we're telling everybody that, you know, from where we left off, pre-COVID-19, we're going back to it and coming back strong.
Okay. That is simply what it is. Eddie, how's it going, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
Eddie, I have never had you on the show, and so I'm very pleased that you are here this evening with us. Eddie OPPONG is a creative designer and a sneaker designer as well. He is a Ghanaian creative director and a sneaker designer. You've been in Chicago for a long time, Eddie. When did you start working with the GNC?
Well, I mean, this would be the first time, but I mean, I've been a part of the Ghanaian community from birth. But this would be the first time in the sense of working together where we're putting two great minds together and collaborating. You know,
so you do remember me, right?
I do.
Okay, when and where was the first time we met, if you recall?
I feel like we met at, was it the radio station?
No.
Back?
No, it wasn't. So I that's why I asked you that question. The first time I met you, was sometime 2008 in Bolingbrook.
Oh wow!
At the Dartes family. You remember the Dartes,
yes,
right?
yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Tete's, yes. Now so I've been many years afterwards. I saw you in Chicago, and I'm like, yeah, I used to see this guy. Are you related to that family? Because you used to be there a lot.
Yeah. So they're pretty much my cousins. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Though that's a very good family, man. The Darty family, very, very good family.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Tete and his brother. Yeah.
Da and Della and Ami and
my God. I mean, they literally introduced me to the American system because I was very fresh then. Before.
Okay.
Yeah, when I used to come there before I started grad school. So they took me in as a brother. Tete gave me my first Home Depot job. He led me there and make sure I got.
Oh wow, yeah. Everybody, yeah. And the crazy thing is, before Home Depot, it was Papa John's. So Papa John's, then Home Depot.
See, and so big up to Tete, Dela, and all the brothers. Mr. Date is in Ghana now. Big ups to him. Their mother, the sweet mother. Thank you so much for everything. Auntie, beautiful woman, beautiful family. So now let's come back to a conversation. Now, at the time that I knew you, again, cool guy. Over the years, you are an executive director now. Over what? And if you were a sneaker designer, can you give us a little background so people can get to know who this awesome guy is, Eddie?
Yeah, so pretty much I've been designing in streetwear for maybe since I was about 19, so give or take 10 plus years. I have a long, vast amount of experience designing and streetwear, designing just in general, and dealing with fashion and creativity. So I am a creative director, a marketing strategist, a sneaker designer, a writer, creative of many sorts, essentially. And more recently, I've been designing sneakers for about 2 to 3 years. This past week, I released my 7th sneaker design in the course of 2 years. So I designed capsule collections, and I am a part of a group called Converse All Stars. So, which is a subgenre of Converse. So pretty much we are like 3,000 people around the world that are doing amazing things in our community, and I am one of the lucky thousands of people to be a part of that family. And in doing so, I design capsule collections that always feature a Converse sneaker. And I am the founder of a brand called EFFAH Chrome, which essentially is a Ghanaian culture-driven streetwear brand. It's pretty much embedding Ghanaian culture into streetwear. You know what I mean? Like doing it in a way where it's cool, it's fashionable, it's something different. So yeah, it's pretty much it.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Looks like you are rising to become that guy, the Ghanaian guy that revolutionized Uber and what's his name? The guy in Hollywood. No, he's in California. What's his name? He actually is the one that helped work the algorithm that is embedded in Instagram, Uber.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I've forgotten his name. He's this Ghanaian guy. But anyway, if Ghanafest is back, what should we look out for Ghanafest this year? This is going to be awesome. I know there are a lot of programs lined up already, but tell us what's new with Ghanafest 2022.
Okay, so you'll recall that the last one that we had was a 2-day event, and was a very successful one. This time around, we have a 3-day event. So we're going to kickstart it on the 29th, which is a Friday, with Business Corporate Excellence Award night. So that will be for the Friday, and then the Saturday will be the main cultural event where we have the display of the chiefs and Ghanaian food and culture and display, and where you have the artists performing. And on that night, after the main Saturday event, will be the after party. And then on Sunday there will be a soccer match. So these are the 3 main days and the activities that we've lined up for them. And as we go, we can take each one and then go deep into what, who are coming and what to expect and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So It's basically 3 days, but the main focus will be on the Saturday, where as we know,
Mhm.
there is cultural display with the chief sitting down and
Mm.
displaying our cultural regalia and all that, with the merchandise and food and music and
Mhm.
all the pomp and action and ceremony on that day.
Somebody will say that this Ghana Fest people are very bold. Now, tell me if I'm just exaggerating or being dramatic. I don't know any festival in Chicago or Illinois that runs 3 days. You guys know better. And if anybody's listening, they know, please educate me, educate us. But Kakape.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are used to just having 1 day event, right?
No, but I'm saying, do you know any around that has 3-day celebration of culture?
No, not that I'm aware of.
This is bold. This is going to be historic. You guys are breaking grounds and barriers.
Exactly, especially with the Friday edition. So the Friday edition is trying to connect Ghanaians in the diaspora with Ghanaian opportunities back home. So it's going to be recognizing excellence, where there will be award ceremonies and people are going to come from Ghana and giving us all these business opportunities and opportunities out there that otherwise we are not privy to. Or if you go as an ordinary person, you don't get to know or you don't get to see because time is so short and you don't have that expert advice. We've aligned these experts, from the Ghana, some from Ghana and others from the embassy to come and really link up with business people here. It is not only for the Ghanaians, but we're also reaching out to the African Americans and anybody that has interest in Ghana that come around this time and be connected with what Ghana has. As you said, the continent is rich. Maybe sometimes we are not able to go to the extremes because we've not had the needed expertise to be able to harness all that we have back home. So this will be a great opportunity for business people out here to get involved, come and engage, and then afterwards will be a continuity. And then the more we continue to engage, the more opportunities will come up for businesses out here and businesses can, so that together we flourish and prosper together. So that is for the Friday.
That's for the Friday. So for somebody who's watching us the first time will be like, wow, what is this Ghanafest thing? How long has it been in existence? A little history about Ghanafest.
Yeah, so Ghanafest started, we just started the Ghana National Council as a student body. But 33 years ago, we realized that it is important for us to, have this festival. In fact, it was a direct transition from an annual, the Ghana Homowo Festival that was literally translated into the Ghanafest. And since then, it has revolutionized the diaspora and it's been copied in other places. And that what was the need for us to come together? We realized that we have this rich culture, Now, if you go to the UN, you will see the kente cloth over there. When the Ewes are dancing bobobo, when the Northerners are dancing the S and in Ashanti or the Akans are dancing the Atoa, then it tells you that when all these cultures and all these displays are brought to one platform, it is a great opportunity for us to sell ourselves as a people, to tell people what we have, and more especially for our kids and for our youth here, those who were born here that have not had any interaction with us back home. This is an opportunity for us to tell them that this is how our chiefs dress, this is the way we dress, this is how we live our lives, this is our culture, this is our people, this is the way we speak, this is the way we engage. And by so doing, we tend to replicate things back home here. And so far, it's been successful. We keep on getting the recommendation and keep pushing us to do more and more. That is why we keep stretching it to the limits. Because, as you can see, it is so packed that you can't put everything in one day.
Yeah.
And it is important to stretch it a little bit. Other than that, it becomes just packed and we gloss over some of the activities, and that has not been cool over the years.
Bro, I am impressed. Anytime I see these excellent things being done, it's mind blowing. Starting from just one day. KWESI is in the house. The the one who makes things happen in GNC, but he will say he's not the one that makes things happen. We'll take it. We'll have his take. He will relegate it to the team, which is a very good spirit. But Eddie, you just heard from him. Having been in Chicago forever, you have been used to going to Ghanafest, that one day Ghanafest, right? Share your experience with just the one day and how long you have attended, this festival.
Man, I mean, since I was a kid, Ghanafest was always the thing where it's just like, all right, cool, we're out of school, the summer is here, what are we gonna wear? You know what I mean? Like as a kid, as a teenager, as a young adult, it's like we're planning months ahead what we're gonna wear to Ghanafest, who's gonna be there, who we're gonna see, like the friends we haven't seen in forever, we're gonna see them at Ghanafest because we were too young to go to 83rd or go to, you know what I mean, like Drexel or whatever the case may be when they were doing Ghanaian function. So it's just like I'm gonna see all my distant cousins or my distant friends at Ghanafest. And it was always the conversation of like, yo, you going to Ghanafest? And it's like, yeah. So
yeah,
the older we got, the more control we had over like what we're gonna wear, what car we're driving, what we're gonna do after. You know what I mean? Like, and then like working with my cousins, Ghana for Entertainment, GFE, like we started being the host of doing Ghanafest after parties. You know what I mean? And that's just it. It went from going home with my mother at the end of Ghanafest to going out with my friends and my cousins and being the host of a party or DJing the party. And the transition was just amazing, honestly. And I think Ghanafest is a big part of our culture as Ghanaians, but also as being Chicagoans, like, because it collides the two identities. You know what I mean? I'm born and raised in America, born and raised in Chicago, but I'm Ghanaian. You know what I mean? So it allows me to embrace both things at once because we have different cultures that come out, you know what I mean? Like from all over the world. So it's definitely a staple event.
To that point, when you were growing up, you shared your story powerfully. Thank you for doing so. Was it only the anticipation of you as a Ghanaian kid wanting to go to Ghanafest, or at the time were there other nationalities that were getting interested just because it was get the buzz and you guys were going? Were there other people that were interested as young people, or it was just you as a Ghanaian, you as an American born to Ghanaian parents in Chicago?
Nah, hands down, all my American friends, because everybody knew about Ghanafest. Like it's like who didn't know? You know what I mean? Like especially at a younger age, it was like all of my, because I grew up around a lot of African Americans. Like that pretty much was like my surrounding, you know, aside from being Ghanaian, you know what I mean? Like those are my friends, those are my brothers, they still are. Right. And they all were aware of Ghanafest. Everybody was aware of it. It was just like, yo, you want to Ghanafest? Yeah. Or like, what's Ghanafest? Or, you know, inviting them to Ghanafest, telling them what it is.
Right.
And this is, you know, early on before, you know, things became what they are now and the growth that is instilled. And it was still amazing then, you know what I mean? And everybody would be there.
And what your expectations when you go to Ghanafest will be to eat jollof and some banku, yeah?
Sure, let's run. We can run with that. We can run with that.
All right. KWESI, welcome to the show, Presido.
Hey, thank you, guys. One more time, yes.
Yeah, I know you were probably in the middle of something, but you had to make it here, so we appreciate your time. We've been we talking about Ghanafest, what's going to happen this year. KWESI, EFFAH, EFFAH, AMEYAW has given us a little background about Ghanafest. But you took Ghanafest for someone who's hearing from you the first time. You became a president at the time, and you changed the face completely. Everybody knows this. Share a little bit about that. What was the motivation, and what granted you that success? And if you can add to that, what is done in Ghanafest? What is the component of Ghanafest for people who may not know what it is?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you and your viewers for having us. This is a very important occasion for us as we are all promoting the 2022 Sankofa Ghanafest. To your question, Ghanafest, you know, as we have been saying, is a celebration of our culture from back home. You notice that a lot of us, you know, have been here for many, many years. Some were born here. Yeah. Some of us came from Ghana. But Our forefathers, thought it wise to come together as a Ghanaian community, to bring all festivals from our ethnic groups back home in Ghana together as one. So whether you like it or not, Ghana Fest Chicago, especially, and I say Ghana Fest Chicago because now everybody is calling their event Ghana Fest, but the original is Chicago's Ghana Fest, and it is the biggest celebration of Ghanaian culture, all over the world besides Ghana. So we take pride, in that. But history goes back as the Ewes, the Ashantis, the Ukwapemai, the Achims, and everybody, thought it wise that once in a year, all of us have to come together to celebrate our various cultures. And that is what has made Ghana Fest the best. As years and years go by, we've gotten into this hip hop, life where we have infused the cultural aspect of the Ghana Fest with, a little bit of fanfare where we bring artists from Ghana to also celebrate. Coming to Ghana Fest era, you get all the artists from Ghana, everybody calling, wanting to be a part of Ghana Fest. And that is what makes Ghana Fest something that we always look up to every year, because that is when you actually get the opportunity to eat all the various local dishes from Ghana. You get to meet friends that you haven't seen in many years. And then we got a lot of people coming from out of state to celebrate with us. So we don't just, go to the park, but having 6,000 to 8,000 Ghanaians and African American at the park in one day is just amazing. And it's a culture that we don't take for granted. So in a short words, Ghana Fest is definitely, a yearly event here in Chicago that brings all the ethnic groups together. We eat, make merry, and drink, and then we get the opportunity to bring dignitaries from Ghana, be it public figures, businessmen, and every aspect of the Ghanaian system to come here and enjoy. We have banks, we have mortgage companies, we have real estate companies that also join us to enlighten the community about the developments going in Ghana and whether people want to invest in Ghana. So it's not just fun, but businesses are here. Banks from Ghana comes here to also get us to open bank accounts in Ghana and all that. So, I mean, for now, it's a combination of a little bit of business, a little bit of fun, and then our cultural heritage is always, represented, and that makes it more fun.
Beautiful. How many cultures or tribes make up the Ghana Fest Council? I mean, the Ghana National Council, which is the group that, which is the core group that produces Ghana Fest.
Well, for now, we have about 12 affiliates, which includes the Ghana Northern Union, the Husky, Okwapimai, Ashanti.
All these tribes.
Yeah, all the tribes. And everybody has their unique culture. So the Ghans, they do the Homo War. The Ashantis do their thing. And so we combine all these culture. Everybody has his turn to do what they do. And especially our kids that were not born in Ghana, they get the opportunity to see everything that we do in Ghana here on the soil of Chicago.
You said something. I'll come to you in a little bit, EFFAH and Eddie. But President, you said something about, you said everybody is now calling it Ghana Fest so that we can get clarity. If you say everybody, are you talking about folks in Chicago, or are you talking about the United States, people replicating the name and calling it Ghana Fest elsewhere? Is that what you're saying?
West, yes, yeah. Between the United States and Canada, we've realized over the years that a lot of people are calling their social activity just like we do Ghana Fest. But the registered Ghana Fest is the one, the original Ghana Fest, and the registered Ghana Fest is the one we do here in Chicago.
So you say, as GNC Chicago goes, so does the world.
Yeah, we can go with that.
No, it's beautiful, and we are proud. It's all an African thing. Somebody has to lead now. But look, there's something unique about Ghana. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah started it, and everything is us. We look like we are the first. But no, again, guys, this is not competition. This is an African excellence that we are all trying to portray. That's just who we are. And so it's just a loving thing to see that all of us can come together and celebrate it. But to talk about 6,000 to 7,000, that's a huge thing. EFFAH,
yes,
you spoke about a 3-day Ghanafest. You moved from having it 1 day to 2 days, and then now you're gonna do this 3-day festivities. The Friday is going to be the business meeting and all of that. What is entailed in the Saturday activities?
So the Saturday activity is what we are all used to.
Okay.
There is not going to be that much significant difference from the previous one that we've all watched. We're going to see an event starting from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with all the chiefs sitting down in their, excellency and in their majesty, and in their clothes and, cultural attire and stuff like that. They will come in keenly, majestically, just as we know and just as we see in Ghana when, say, Togbe Afede is sitting in state, say, Viana is sitting in state, say, Domahine or Techimanhine or Asantehine is sitting in state. So we're going to have that exact replication of that as we've done in previous times. Just as Mr. President said, when we come to Ghanafest, we also live in a modern world. So it's a combination of also portraying our religion. So there'll be a pouring of libation. They are also very, very Christian. So there will be the prayer by Christians and singing of gospel songs and stuff like that. And you will agree with me that culture has gone through a lot of revolution. In Ghana now, whatever type of music you have here, basically you have it in Ghana. And you will be surprised about the way some of all of our youth are involved in listening to Ghanaian music. So you recall that in each or at each Ghana Fest, we've always brought on an artist. There's something very unique and very significant about this time because we want to make it special this time. Now on Saturday, we are lining out not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 famous popular artists from Ghana. And we had to balance that with the affirmative action. Okay, so it's not all men.
So you have 3 men and 2 women?
No, we have 4 men and 1 lady.
Can you say the names of the artists coming?
Once the lady is on stage, that is where you will understand why 1.
You mean
so they are, our almighty Kofi Kenyatta
is coming. Okay.
Yeah, Kofi Kenyatta is coming on board.
Okay.
D-Black is coming on board. Akwabua is on board. And then we have Sefa, the lady.
Okay.
And yeah, so Kofi Kenyatta, D-Black, Akwabua, Sefa, and the last person is how do I forget the last person?
Fameye.
The last person is Fameye. So we have these 3 artists on board.
Okay.
And the reason, the activities are a lot. So we can make sure that, if our children for not having a taste of Ghanafest for 2 years, will come refreshed, be ready, and to be able to enjoy the ceremony, and very much so this time.
Hopefully one day you can get us Black Sheriff, but and I know you guys can pull that off. Presido, how personally for you as a leader of the Ghanaian community, how relieved do you feel having been able to produce this event for 2 years going? How has been tell us about the frustration, what you had to endure as a leader, and the relief that you have now. You want to be able to share that with us?
Well, let me understand your question because I don't think I'm relieved. I don't think I'm relieved of anything yet.
No,
until Ghanafest is over, there is no relief, my brother.
No. Okay, well, I think let me rephrase the question. Are you
Okay.
relieved that at least we are going to have Ghanafest this year?
Well, yes. In a part, I would say yes.
Okay.
In a part, I'm still, because being the leader of the community and observing things that are going on, my teammates can tell you how much pressure I have been giving them just to get this Ghanafest going. This is the toughest Ghanafest ever planned in the history of Chicago, and I can tell you that. Due to COVID, businesses have collapsed. Almost all our sponsors couldn't help us this year. But then, of course, this is the year that we are spending a lot of money just to put up Ghanafest. We've realized that for the 2-year break that we had, coming back with another Ghanafest should be like a super festival. And that means it will cost you some money to be able to put up a good festival. As you can tell, this is the first time we are lining up about 5 famous artists from Ghana. And it's all because we want to give the Ghanaian community an opportunity, to enjoy everything they've lost the last 2 years because of COVID. So this is a super Ghanafest. And we are still working hard to infuse it with many more. So whatever you have heard today, we're not done yet. We're still working on getting more artists. We're still getting on making it fun, and we're still working on, making sure that everybody that travels out of state to Chicago for the Ghanafest weekend will enjoy, so that they can come back again. I wanted to say that Ghanafest, as we do every year, it is rather unfortunate that because of working together with the Ghanaians back home is a little bit tedious. So if you are trying to bring artists from Ghana, and every promoter who works with these Ghanaians will attest to that, is that it's not easy. Inflation has come, and everybody is struggling, and prices are going up. But at the same time, this is the year that we've chosen to spend so much money to get Ghanafest going, and it's all for the love of the people. So on this note, we will plead with all Ghanaian businesses, all the Ghanaian community members who feel they want to be a part and help us. We need sponsorship. We need people to help us to do more for this festival. It is the first festival in the last 3 years, and we need to do it big. So we will implore on all businesses that are capable of helping us to hit us behind the scenes and do their best, do the best they can to support this. This is going to be a very nice Ghanafest, and we need more sponsors. So we'll use your medium to ask prospective businesses and sponsors, to definitely reach out to us and work with us to be able to put up this beautiful festival. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I wish I had Eddie here so we can connect his role with GNC for this year's Sankofa Ghanafest 2022. But unfortunately, it looks like we are having technical issues with his feed. Hopefully, when we get him back, we will be talking to Eddie. You are watching the Progressive Mind show. Here is where we build our communities through dialogue. We're talking to the team that has been planning Ghanafest for years now, headed by GNC, KWESI, the president, and we have the executive director here at EFFAH. Eddie OPPONG is also here. He's a creative director and a designer. He is this year going to be working with Ghanafest. In what capacity? It looks like we have him now, so we'll let him tell us. Eddie, your feed is back. Can you?
Yeah. Sorry about that. My phone got too hot.
Yeah, I know. You should be buying. You should not be using bogus phones. You should be, coming up to. You should be coming to a fast level. Hey, upgrade.
I know why he's much. I'll give him some financial advice later on after this.
Hey, Eddie, what is your role with Ghanafest this year? I mean, you've always been someone who, as a participant, you go and eat your food and party. This year, you're working. What is it that you're doing, and why are you working with them?
Well, so I am designing the official merchandise for Ghanafest. So the whole ideology is I went from what am I going to wear to Ghanafest to I'm designing what people are going to remember at Ghanafest. And what they can take. So my thing is, when you go to a festival, there's always memorabilia, there's always some type of staple design, some type of staple product or piece that you can get from it, where it's just like, wow, that's an awesome shirt. Where'd you get that? Oh, well, I got it from such and such festival 3 years ago. It's always something that you can have around, something that you're always going to wear. So I told myself, like, it only makes sense as me being a designer and where I've come in my design career to be able to do something for not only Chicago, but the Ghanaian community and the Ghanaian culture. And in conjunction with, you know, the amazing people at GNC. So I am designing the official merchandise for Ghanafest. And we have not made the announcement yet, but I'm going to make it. It is actually available for pre-order now at theghanafest.com. Is where you can purchase the pre-order for the official merchandise. And from this transition going, we're going to have actual merchandise at the festival as well.
But do we have a okay, it's not out yet, so we don't have samples. It would have been nice to show some samples on live.
Yeah, no. So if you go to www.theghanafest.com, literally the merchandise that we are releasing is available for purchase, for pre-order purchase at the current moment.
Is it going to be only t-shirts or the other types of merch?
So it's apparel, and we are doing tote bags, and we have a couple of other surprises that we're putting in the mix that I don't want to announce just as of yet.
Okay.
But just know we have a lot in store. We've been working day and night to make a lot of things happen differently than it would be regularly done. So I'm putting my spin on everything based off my experience in streetwear and designing, and just making, you know, more cool exclusive pieces.
So you're taking Ghanafest branding to a whole new level now.
Yes, essentially, yes.
Wow. Presido, why did you decide to? First of all, where did you find this man?
Well, Eddie, as he said, you know, for the past 26 years that I've known him, first of all, I know he's never missed Ghanafest. And he's always around. You know, he's a little younger than we are, and he's always been our boy. You know, wherever we go, he's always there to support, and he's been supporting us from day one. So I'm very proud. I will say that when I heard the news that, you know, he's become a designer, you know, and designing for one of the famous footwear companies in the world, I was very impressed. And so it was no surprise when my team told me that, guess what? Eddie wants to be a part and a partner to Ghanafest, and he's going to release the official Ghanafest merchandise, you know, for the first time. You know, we used to just do some t-shirts and stuff, but this one is going to be a really official one that goes on the web and everywhere, and people can just purchase it across the world. And it will be the official merchandise that people are going to be wearing at the festival. So it is a big thing, and these are some of the things that we've been trying to do to improve and bring Ghanafest to another level. So we are fortunate to have him being a part of us and what he's doing. And I've seen the merchandise, and they're very nice. And you know, I'm planning to have one myself, but I'm sure people will just do what they need to do to get that merchandise. And I think we're going to have a nice partnership where we'll do this every year. So it won't just be the things that he's mentioned, but as time goes on, we'll keep adding more merchandise, and hopefully, you know, it will also help make Ghanafest, you know, better than it is now.
Thank you. You said that he designs for a huge corporation or a huge footwear company. Whilst he was giving us a background of him, he mentioned how he belongs to a Converse group type of thing. There was an emphasis. Eddie, what exactly do you do for this footwear company, and what footwear company is it?
So I design capsule collections, and like I said, I am a part of a group of individuals that is structured by the footwear brand Converse. So I'm very close with Converse. I'm very close with the members of Converse, from the VP of marketing to the creative director.
Okay,
these are all my really good friends, and they've granted me the opportunity to be able to design capsule collections to the best of my ability, and they're all passion projects. And they don't mind. They're fine with what I'm doing, and they're actually really big fans of what I'm doing for Yewo Chrome. So in doing so, I just continuously design different designs, different collections, and the whole concept is I'm telling stories through these collections. And the last collection I just dropped was dedicated to Ghanaian women, which is called Ghanama, for the Ghanaian girls across the globe. So it's always a story to be told. And, working with Converse has been humbling, amazing. And it's literally to the sky and
up. Thank you so much for giving us a more insight to you're working with Converse and now collaborating with Ghanafest. Really appreciate it. So thank you for that. I was just getting a little bit of a glitch here. We want to take a few comments from our audience in the comment section. We would continue the conversation shortly. We are talking about Ghanafest 2022. Sankofa is a theme, and this year is a 3-day stretch. I think that is very bold. 2 days to 3 days now. It's going to be a weekend that you want to be in Chicago. So Eunice says, please contact me directly for sponsorship opportunities. 773-526-9493. 773-526-9493. If you want to contribute to this show, the number is 815-40. No, I was going to give you my number, my personal number. This is 815-277-5047. 815-277-5047. If you've been to Ghanafest and you've had good experiences, whatever vibe you've had, you want to share it with us, please feel free to do so. If you don't know about it, want to know more, or you just want to give kudos to the guys on the show this evening, please go ahead and do so as well. A few more comments, Ben, about I think we took that comment already. Greetings to the team. Always good to listen to heart-to-heart discussion by Africans for Africa. Thank you so much, my brother John. We miss you on the show. We've been phone tagging. We got to get in touch. Mike Ellis says, so what kind of weather do the rest of you guys like? Do you like it hot? Yes, Africans, we like it hot, period. Rebecca says, Rebecca's on the show. Virginia says, prayers is answered to whatever we are facing. And then she continues to say, come together as one to get this done. Thank you for your comment. This is another piece from Eunice. Friday through Sunday, July 29th through 31st, the official Ghanafest weekend is fast approaching and celebrating all things Ghana in a huge way. The website is there. Vipscolo.com holds Ghanafest page, Ghanafest Chicago. Theme is Sankofa, Ghana, Friday, July 29, 2022. Corporate Excellence Awards Dinner, Chateau de Mar. Address is 8301 West 95th Street, Hickory Hills. Ticket is $75. Tickets is going for $75 for this dinner, this Friday dinner. We talked about what's going to happen that Friday, business meeting more so. So for anybody who is out there who wants to do business in Ghana, even if you want to go to Africa, Ghana is the gateway to Africa. If you haven't heard it, that's what it is. It's just simply what it is. Niger, I don't know about Nigerians. Look, my Nigerian friends, we'll discuss this one later. But Ghana is the gateway to Africa. So no wahala with that. But anyway, you want to come to this event, this Friday event, to connect with businessmen and then also government officials from Ghana to get a first-hand information about what the opportunities are in Ghana, what business opportunities are there in Ghana, and even here in Chicago. So it will be a very good opportunity for you all to attend this Friday event. It's the 29th of July at Chateau de Mar. Ticket is $75, and you can go to this website, Vips. This one is probably an Italian word. vipsocial.com/event/corporate excellence. And then Saturday is July 30th, which is the Ghanafest itself at 55 South Reso. You all know that. If you don't know, we just Google Ghanafest venue. It's there. It starts from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Ticket is $15. Ticket is $15. Let's go back to our audience, our guest this evening, talking to KWESI, who is the president of GNC, EFFAH. I don't know why I keep calling you EFFAH. EFFAH AMEYAW is an executive director there. And then Eddie, who is working as the merch director this year. What is the future looking like for Ghanafest? I know, President, this is a question for you, but EFFAH, you haven't spoken in a while. How is the future looking like for Ghanafest?
It's bright. And it looks as if, as we speak, we haven't mentioned specifically what we're going to be doing for the youth. In fact, if all this that we are doing, if it is not targeting the future, then it's not. If you will take a close look at the diaspora, right? How many are we here? You come here, you and your wife or the kids. The kids, when they come here, they become Americanized. Most of us tend to become Americanized. We are here, we are there. So as we are here, and if you go to events in recent times, you see the youth and their enthusiasm and their willingness to come in there. It is very bright. Now, why do I say it is bright? When you see the young, the youthfulness of the executive, KWESI, myself, and a host of others, and the fact that we are also becoming very attractive to the youth. When you go to events with the youth, trying to find out how they can get in, it tells you that the future is very bright. Now, let me add this, that there is a special village that is always created for the youth. And where you come, we tailor things to their taste. Now, why do I say so? Because the youth like specific stuff. So during Ghanafest, you're going to have a youth village, with things going on like dancing competition, like table tennis competition, face painting, bouncy houses, and much, much more. In fact, the list is endless. And we do all this to make them feel part of us, feel entertained, and be part of us. And if we cannot transition onto them, then, the future is nothing if we don't have the youth to take over from us. So the future is bright. We've involved a lot of technology into our and social media into organizing Ghanafest and even the Ghana National Council and stuff like that. So as and when we move on and anything that comes anew, we grab it. If it will benefit the community and it will benefit the organization, we incorporate and make sure that we are not left behind as far as the future is concerned. So for me, it looks very bright. And we still got work to do.
We still have a lot of work to do. That was EFFAH. KWESI, I've always wanted to ask you this question on air. I know you probably mentioned it to me in person. I think that Ghanafest is the first festival that incorporates the African American community. Actually, you conferred a chief title on one of the African American individuals in Chicago, and as other Ghana chiefs have their community and they're seated with their, seated on their throne as chiefs, you have the same village with a chief that a chief within the African American community, whether they are, with their tent, with their own village community, so to speak. The same thing that we have for Ghanaians. You have created one for the African Americans. How did you come by that? Like, when did that vision start? And tell us about that.
Well, that vision started even before I became president. And African Americans, as we all know, in this generation, also trace their culture from where they came from. And so the chief that you mentioned, Chief Nomo, and his people, for many years, have traced their roots and believe they are from Ghana. And as much as we've been planning Ghanafest, we always plan Ghanafest with them. They do their thing, and as you know, they've always represented the African American community here in Chicago at the Ghanafest. They have their chief and their sub chiefs, and it is interesting to know that all of these people, as I speak, 90% of them own homes in Ghana now. So summertime they are here in Chicago, wintertime they are here in Ghana. So as much as we meet here in Ghana, in Chicago, when we go to Ghana during the Christmas holidays and the New Year holidays, they are always there to also have fun with us. So it is very important that we extend our culture, not just to Ghanaians but to the African American community here in Chicago. And they have been very supportive, and you can always tell by their kente outfits and everything that they bring to Ghanafest. And they've been very supportive to the community, and I would say not just Ghanafest, but whenever we need anything and we fall on them, Chief Nomo and his people are always there to assist. So it is a good combination that we have. And this year, we have another African American community in Ohio that are also planning to storm the Washington Park this year with a huge group of people who also believes in the African culture and precisely the Ghanaian culture, and they are planning to join us this year for the Ghanafest. So we are expecting them, and we are hoping to have some good time with them.
Wow. So this is a chief and his community in Ohio?
Well, I don't know about the chief, but there's a group of African Americans that are coming.
Who believe in the Ghanaian culture or African culture? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow. That's very exciting. EFFAH, you spoke passionately about the youth and how you make space for them at Ghanafest. You've also involved them in some of the activities in the organizing team. The executive team of GNC is a lot of youth. I think KWESI is the oldest person in that.
He's young, and he's now.
Maybe not, because the gray on the beard is looking the same. So if I could be the oldest, you never know. Look, we are talking about. So I was going to talk about the team members, people like Abena, people like Eunice. Tremendous work. They are not here, but I would like you, being the PR person, somewhat, to speak about some of the team members and their effortless work in driving Ghanafest forward.
Yeah, so thank you very much. So Ghanafest will not be Ghanafest without a planning committee. And each one, at least since I've become executive, we've had that committee in place. It has always been chaired by the vice president, because the president thinks that, or even as the constitution says, you got to delegate something to the vice president to do. And he has been very excellent in executing some of these things. It hasn't been easy. There's a lot of us. We have our almighty Dr. Eunice, the business manager, who I've always asked her if she sleeps, but she tells me God is always on her side. We have our almighty president. We have Steve there. Steve is great. We have Abena always in there, making sure, leaving there. Sometimes I say, Abena, go home. She said, no, we got to wait and get this done. We have Mr. Ben Kodom, the BA Association president. He's in there. We have Charles Asari. We have our own Cosby Michaels. He is in there. We have Dr. Faye. He's in there. We have Senna. We have Hannah. Hannah is in there. We have our own Jeff, making sure that you pay the money or you don't get in. And then we have one of our able youth organizing the soccer team, Ohene Amufa. He is also in there. I don't think I left anybody out, but if I do, the president will say. So this is the great team that we have, each, we have subcommittees. Now, how can I mention all these and forget my boss? I work under, when it comes to Ghanafest, I work under my boss. And my boss is none other than who is putting all these PR stuff together. I am only for the GNC, but when it comes to the Ghanafest, we have Felicia Ajare, the Almighty. And I think if I forget her, she will take my job out and give it to someone. So Felicia is also in there making sure that we get connected with all the radio stations and all the publicity that we can. PR work, great PR work all there. So this is the team that is behind the Ghana Fest now, and we are ably supported by the council because once we make the budget and we go to them for money, they are always ready with a little criticism and kick it in there. And behind the scenes, they also talk to us and try to chip in this and that to make sure that we have a successful Ghana Fest. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Eddie, we lost you for a second. I don't know if you were keeping up with the conversation. Were you able to, if you were, because I wanted to know if you had any comments whilst we were engaging. No, we can't hear you.
Mute.
Okay. Yeah, now we can hear you. No, I think you're still on mute. You probably unmuted, but yes. Okay. Okay, you unmuted, but we can't hear you. It could be maybe you have not updated the software on your phone. So Eddie, try a laptop. If you have a laptop, try that because the phone is having issue. Laptop always gives you a better experience. You may want to log out and try back in again because we can't hear you at all. You are not muted, but it's just a technical glitch. So we'll try that. All right, so we will take a short break. We have been discussing Ghanafest 2022. Sankofa is a theme for this year. We want to take a short break. When we come back, this conversation will continue with the president of GNC, in the president of KWESI, and then EFFAH AMEYAW. He is an executive director of GNC. The commercial I'm trying to play is not trying to play. So we would okay, let's do this. We shall be right back.
The holidays are here. Wouldn't it be fun to have your children learn something new and exciting that is not taught in school? If yes, Kids Speak is what you and your child need at this time. We are launching an online summer program that would help keep your kid busy and engaged. Here, your child will be able to learn multiple different languages like Yoruba, Igbo, Swahili, French, Mungaka, and Mandarin, to name a few. It has been proven that young children are able to learn new languages faster than adults. Kids Speak also includes many fun programs that help the kids learn and play at the same time. Kids Speak covers a wide variety of programs. Whether it be sewing, cooking, baking fish roll, or coding, Kids Speak is your one-stop shop. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up at www.kid2speak.com and make your summer easier and happier.
Welcome back to the show. And before we go back to our audience, we want to talk about the exchange ceremony coming up July 16th this year. So July 16th on Saturday, way before Ghanafest. We're going to engage the diaspora at Rainbow Push. The Progressive Mind Show is collaborating with Rainbow Push, and we're bringing the diaspora together to exchange our cultures through dance. This is our way of celebrating our culture, beauty, and humanity as a global Black family. It's going to be a night of celebration, making sure that we're healing and engaging as fellow Blacks. We're going to have cultural performances from the African American community, Africans, Caribbeans, the Latino community, and South America as well. This year, we're going to be honoring a couple of folks that we have identified as individuals that are literally in the communities, in the trenches, building people up, helping individuals, and lifting up business, even small businesses that are going through distress. We have also elected these few leaders, as you see on the flyer, who have stood in the gap during this COVID-19 times. And we're going to be appreciating them for everything they've done as our leaders in the state of Illinois. More importantly, at this event is the honoring of Reverend Jesse Jackson in the most cultural way that you've ever seen or you will ever see in the city of Chicago. Reverend Jesse Jackson will be conferred on a title of an African chief. And we are glad that this year's exchange ceremony, July 16th, we have the king coming from Ghana, Togbi Nyaho Tamaklo VI. He is coming to crown Reverend Jesse Jackson as an African chief. What a way to honor a man, a hero, a lion who has fought for humanity across the globe, and also Blacks and Africans in the United States. It will be our great honor to honor the man who has done the work, Reverend Jesse Jackson. Again, it's the collaboration between Progressive Minds and the Rainbow Push Coalition. July 16th, Saturday from 4 p.m. is a reception. Show start at 6 p.m. exact. There'll be plenty of diaspora food and cuisine and drinks, and definitely a lot of culture to exchange. So mark your dates. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite. You can get your tickets right now, and make sure that you don't miss this event, because if you don't get your ticket now, you might just get locked up because it's moving fast. This is going to be historic. We are hoping to get the mayor of Chicago there, but we're hearing that she may be busy. She probably have another commitment, so we will get a note. We might get her message. We might get a message from the mayor of Chicago, among other dignitaries that are coming from South Africa and the Congo. We have some from Haiti. This is going to be a historic event. So July 16th, the exchange ceremony. Get your tickets at Eventbrite. The exchange ceremony. Get your ticket at Eventbrite. Let's go back to the audience. Our guest this evening, in the person of KWESI, the president of GNC. We are talking about, today's conversation is about Sankofa Ghanafest 2022. Sankofa Ghanafest 2022. Let's go back to our audience, guys. It's been a great conversation so far. Now I have Eddie. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, if you do turn on the light in your room, we can see your face. For now, it's we can hardly see you. So let's try and see if we can get KWESI. Sunday Ghanafest. Why Sunday, and what is happening in Sunday Ghanafest?
Well, you know, my team brought an idea that why don't we have you know, a soccer match on the Sunday of the festival. And we thought it was a great idea, knowing, you know, how, you know, culturally Ghanaians, you know, love soccer. And I'm sure that's one of the trademarks in the Ghanaian community here in Chicago. A lot of young folks have been playing soccer in the name of Ghana for many, many years. And I hear Liberia is one of the strongest African teams here in Chicago. So when they came up with that idea, we thought it wise, and we thought it will be a great event that will climax the Ghanafest weekend. And so for now, preparations are underway. It's going to be one of you know, the biggest soccer games here in Chicago between Ghana and Liberia. And you know, for the first time, we are doing it, you know, in conjunction with the Ghana National Council. So the Ghana National Council is sponsoring this event, and for now, it sounds as if people even want to go see that soccer match more than the Ghanafest itself. So we are not taking it for granted. As I'm speaking with you, we are getting a lot of people who want to even wear the Ghana Black Star jersey just to, you know,
intimidate.
The Liberians. So for now, the Liberians, you know, who are not the ones organizing the Ghanafest, are coming in, you know, with, you know, fully prepared. So our Ghanaian team will also need some great support, and for that reason, we are encouraging all Ghanaians to come, as many as they can, to be in their Ghanaian replica jerseys, you know, so that we can also show our strength. You know, in Ghana, soccer does not just depend on the players. We, the supporters, also make our team, you know, get the strength to score more goals. But, you know, I know. Inside we have somebody who is rooting seriously for the Liberian team, and we are also, rooting for the Ghanaian team. So it will be who is who. But I think, yeah, that was a great addition to the Ghanafest weekend, and I'm so happy. We all agreed, and you were saying something that I wanted to chip in.
Uh-huh.
For the first time in the history of Ghanafest, it's not the president who makes all the calls. It's not the president who makes all the decisions. It's not the president who goes around planning Ghanafest and making all the arrangements and dealing with the vendors and all that stuff. I have been in the community for so long to be in a situation where even when I was the business manager, I was not even allowed to do certain things business-wise when it comes to Ghana National Council. With my administration, besides folks in the administration being young, any single one of them in my administration as of now can organize Ghanafest by him or herself. And I say this with authority that everything we do, we have several platforms. The president does not do anything, secretly. Everything that we do, we join hands, the treasurer, all the executives, the planning committee members. Everything that we do, they know. If we are paying somebody $200, everybody in the committee knows. So there are no secrets. We plan everything together. So when ideas come like that, we all get together, we all agree, and then we move on. And it's giving everybody in the community, in the planning committee and the executive, an experience whereby if I am not around, it doesn't change anything. Whoever is there can step in because everything is documented. All our vendors are documented. Everything we do is, plain, transparent. So
Okay, we kind of lost you. I think maybe somebody's trying to call you, so we cannot hear you, KWESI.
a better, yeah, to make this Ghanafest a better one. So
okay.
Yeah, but then I think you highlighted on the Friday event, and I wanted to say there was something that I thought it was kind of missing because you know how we all like to party, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you guys talk about the Friday event and taking away all the fun that comes with it. It's going to be a full dinner, just like you go to a wedding. It's going to be a full dinner. It's going to be an open bar for 5 hours. So you don't just pay $75 just to come and talk business. You pay $75 to come and talk business, and then after the business, you have a whole 5 hours to, enjoy the bar, and there will be full service menu just like you go to a wedding. And so it is a dinner to host all our attendees from Ghana and dignitaries from here, including the businessmen. We are expecting people to dress well, people to, dress just like you go into a wedding. It's a business dinner, and we want everybody to be, prepared and come in their numbers. So we're not just going to sit down and just listen to people. We're just going to be there to listen, talk business, exchange ideas, and then on top of it all, we're going to have fun. So when you pay $75, it's not just for the talking. It's for a full dinner, full menu dinner. I think it's a 5-course meal and an open bar. So we want folks to come in their numbers. Unfortunately, our cap is only 200. When 200 tickets are sold, we can't take anyone. So we entreat folks to buy their tickets now. And we want all businesses to be, represented. So if anybody who is in Chicago, whether Ghanaian, African, and you own a business, you cannot miss this event. We want people to be there. We want people to come and socialize, talk to these ministers that are coming from Ghana, talk to these business moguls that are coming to the event. I don't want to mention certain names, but some huge businesses that are both in Ghana and in America are all going to be represented. So we want folks to take that Friday one very serious because it's going to be an awesome event, and hopefully we can do that, continue with that tradition moving forward every year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is a comment from the Liberia supporter. The cup of the to cap off the weekend, Sunday is the soccer match Okay, so just basically talking about the soccer match. So thank you, Eunice, for sharing that. She says, we love Liberia. Oh. That Sunday is gonna be brutal. This match is gonna be a good game. I'm looking forward to it.
We know which country is gonna win. So that's
Yes, we all know. It's already a done deal. I mean, Ghana. This one is from Deborah and Pa. Doreen, Alish, Madam, no. Okay, thank you for coming, sharing. Felicia said, looking for the exchange ceremony as well. Thank you so much, Felicia, for your comment and for all you do, Felicia. God richly bless you. Felicia is our next Oprah Winfrey. Make people watch out. See, Felicia, I pray we are looking forward to ordaining you officially as the next Ghana Oprah Winfrey in Chicago. Okay, we do a lot and we appreciate you. Now we want to see if we can wrap up. It's 40 minutes past. No, 7:46 p.m. Central. Eddie, we haven't heard from you in a while. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we want you to tilt your phone a little bit because we can only see your forehead. We want to tilt your phone so we can see you.
Yeah, Senna,
It's
1 second.
It's my iMac.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, President.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind you that as we have people that are watching your show, I think one of our sponsors had wanted you to raffle off a few of our tickets. You know, for them listening to you. Yeah, we need you to raffle a few tickets for your listeners, so that they can also be appreciated for listening to your show and listening to stuff about Ghana. So before you end, make sure you raffle off about 3 to 4 tickets your listeners so that they can get free tickets to the park on Saturday.
I have a question.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I have the questions when we get there.
Yes. Okay. So if you're watching us now, I wish I knew this earlier. I knew it, but I think I forgot about the raffle. Thank you, KWESI, for bringing this up. If you're watching us now and you want free tickets to Ghana, now which is the ticket going for? Is that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or
Saturday for the Saturday park?
Okay, so that is 50. Okay, so if you want to get a free ticket to Ghanafest this coming Saturday, call in the program now. The number is 815-277-5047. You want to call now? Go ahead.
What is the theme for this year's Ghana?
Okay, if you can call or text us and tell us what is the theme for this year's Ghana Fest, you get a free ticket to the Saturday portion of this whole grand Ghana Fest coming up July 29th, 30th, July 29th, 30th, and 31st. Okay, so it's 3 days, but you get a ticket to attend the Saturday event, which is the creme de la creme. And so call in now or text the answer to what is the theme to this year's Ghana Fest. Let's see who would get that first one. What is the theme to this year's Ghana Fest? Let's listen to Eddie while we wait for the winner of that prize. We're giving out 3 to 4 tickets. And so quick. What is the theme for this year's Ghana Fest? You can text the answer or call in. All right. Eddie, okay, now we can hear you. You've listened to the conversation so far. Any comments that you wanted to make while we were
I think everybody pretty much has said everything that needs to be said.
Okay. So you are a youth. You have been in the Ghanaian community for a long while.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of enthusiasm? Do you feel and see a lot of enthusiasm when it comes to the youth? Not only the youth within the Ghanaian community, but within the diaspora, wanting to be part of the culture.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's embedded in us, and we've grew up around it, where it aligns with our ideologies and philosophies of how we associate ourselves throughout the world and the way that we process things. I think culture is the lining of our identity. You know what I mean? So that it stops us from doing certain things. Like before you make a decision, you would think like, man, what would my mother say? What would my auntie say? What would my cousin say? What would the Ghanaian culture say, in a sense? So I think that we embody that every day. And it continuously is the net that protects us from wrongdoing, in a sense.
Great response. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. So we have Ajoke Jojo. Ajoke Jojo has won the first ticket to Ghanafest this year. How does he get his ticket? Well, yes, there you go. Yep. There you go. That was for the winner of the first ticket. Okay, go ahead, Ifa.
Yeah, so she wins it. We have to get her contact so we identify her as such when she gets there. So the second one is how many artists are coming to the Ghanafest and what are their names?
All right, let's go ahead with the question again.
How many artists are coming to the Ghanafest and what are their names?
There you go. Anyone that responds to this question correctly wins a ticket to Saturday Ghanafest. When you get in, plenty of food, plenty of music, everything's plenty. Ajaye, no, sorry, why am I calling you Ajaye? Ajoke Jojo, you want to text us your email or how we can reach you? Do you want them to text it to us, or how do you want them to do it?
Yes, that's fine. Once we get his contact, we'll arrange to get them their free ticket.
Okay.
Text it to the business manager. You can put Eunice number on there.
Okay, so Eunice, I know you're still watching. Text us. I know you did.
773 526 9493.
773 526
9493.
Okay, we got this. All right,
So
the numbers on
the this number right now, said, and then.
Okay. So next question, guys. Who is going to get the next ticket to Saturday Ghanafest?
And as we wait for that one, I want to say something. I want to talk about the vendors and the magazine.
So the question is, how many stars are coming to this year's Ghanafest? Is that correct?
And what are their names?
And okay, EFFAH. Okay,
yeah.
That's a tough one, but we'll see who wins this
one. Okay, so two questions. Mm-hmm. Let's do it two separate questions. How many stars are coming to the Ghanafest?
There you go. How many stars? Okay. Whilst we wait on who wins that ticket, go ahead with your comment, EFFAH.
Okay, so I want to talk about the vendors. So, the people that come in to, tables and to sell merchandise and also to sell food. There are prices here if somebody is, but that is subject to availability because, we have to observe protocol and stuff like that. So for commercial vendors, it's $250. For corporate vendors, it's $450. And for food vendors, it's $500. And it's also important to put into our magazine because if somebody want to advertise in our magazine, which reaches over 100,000 people, we have half a page going for $100, full page going for $200, middle pages go for $500, front and back go for $400 each. So this is what I want to put it out there. So if there are people out there who want to reach this 50 to 100,000 people that we do these distributions to, then you want to get in touch with our business manager through this number 773-526-9493. Thank you.
Thank you so much. KWESI, you gave a lot of details regarding Friday's event. Now, is there going to be, just so we can get a little bit more details, is there going to be like a PowerPoint presentation of, businesses that are available and all of that, or is it just going to be a roundtable conversation or a panel? How is it if you want to share a little bit more of the
Well,
modality.
yes. For now, the people that are coming has not requested for any PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
But I know I can authoritatively say that the U.S.
Before you continue, I'm sorry. We have a response to Doreen. I'm sorry, Pakwesi, I'll give you the chance to continue. But Doreen responded earlier. Doreen, I think you missed it, right? Doreen missed it. She said 4 stars, but it's not 4 stars. However, let's do this.
You can come again.
Doreen, if you can mention 3 of these 4 stars, because you are close, well, you win the ticket. If you can mention their names, okay? So that's for Doreen. But the question is, how many stars are coming to this year's Ghanafest? So go ahead if you want to win a ticket to Ghanafest, Saturday Ghanafest. Go ahead, EFFAH, go ahead. No, it was Pakwesi that was talking. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Pakwesi.
Yeah. So just to cap what we were talking about, the ambassador in Washington is coming, and this will be the first time she's meeting the Chicagoan Ghanaian community, and so is the Consular General in New York is also coming, and then we have our Honorable Canada Japan, who is ASEAN Central MP, who is coming. We also have I think the chairman of the EPA in Ghana, who is also coming, and then Dr. Arikana. Dr. Arikana is an African who is popularly known, for championing, the cause of Africans, in the diaspora. She is very, very popular and strong personality, and we are also happy that she is coming. And we have other businesses, Cosmos and other successful businesses that are also coming to share their experience as to, how they got to where they are. In Ghana, most successful businesses or businessmen and women are all people that lived here in America. And so it will be a great opportunity for most of us to also listen to them firsthand, so that we can also figure out a way to invest. We can't just be punching in and punching out all our lives here in America. It's time for some of us to go back home and invest. And this will be a great opportunity for people who are really serious about investing in Ghana to come and listen to all these high-level, top-level businessmen that, have lived here before they extended their businesses to Ghana, and they are very successful. I mean, very successful. So it will be a great event. Like I said, apart from, talking business, we'll still have fun on top of everything. So it will be a nice event. I am particularly optimistic that it will be a great event, and it will lead us into the Ghanafest, and it will make Ghanafest even better.
Yes, thank you so much. And again, I wanted to know, is it going to be a one-on-one? First of all, before I go there, Doreen has responded. She gave us 2 names. She tried. Doreen, you've done well. D Black, Kofi Kenata. It's been almost 2 hour or 1.5 conversation so far. You paid attention. So Doreen, we give you this winner. Doreen wins. Doreen, you let me use my discretion here.
This is 40% answer. Hey. She didn't even pass the 50.
No, see, she gave 90. Okay, if I go ahead, if I you use your I'll give her 80. You give her 80. because she answered the first one, she was close, 90%.
I think we should give one to her. She tried. She's paying attention. She's been on there,
Congratulations.
And then when it came to the stars, she said 4, which is like 90% close. Right. Okay. Right. So Doreen, we used our crutchy powers here, and then we bamboozled the president. We bamboozled the president. So you've won one ticket. Okay. So text your information to Eunice number that we have on the floor.
Yeah.
And then we can send you the information. So Felicia says the flyer is on the GNC Facebook page, and I think that is very important. People have to see the flyer again because we've been talking about it. The information is on the flyer, so there's a fair chance that people might forget. But go ahead with the next question.
So where is the main the Saturday event? Where is it taking place? The address.
If you can tell us, if you can respond to this question, you win a ticket to Ghanafest 2022. If you respond to this correctly, if you're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, you respond to the address to Ghanafest, you would win a ticket to the Saturday portion of the festival. And so Eunice says, congratulations. Thank you so much, Eunice, for appreciating our winner. Doreen, mommy. You know how we tried for you. So when you get to Ghanafest, remember us. Remember EFFAH and I. Well, it's 8 p.m. And we know folks have been on here now for a while, trying to get it in. But why don't you give the next two questions out so that who knows? And I think we should have started the raffle earlier, but go ahead.
Let's do one more question and then we'll come back again another time.
Okay, good.
Mr. President, do you want to go with the last question?
Oh no, you already asked the question. We just need an answer.
Oh, yeah, I've given that one. So you want me to add the next one to it, or?
No, I think your last question is good enough.
Okay.
And then we'll come back another time. Yes.
The venue for Ghanafest. If anybody wants to respond to that, you'll be getting a ticket to Saturday Ghanafest. Remember, it's 3 days now: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't know why EFFAH's face is on, but let me take EFFAH's face. We have Ma Ajwa. She says 5500 Russell Drive, Washington Park. Is that correct?
That's 100% correct.
All right, Madra. I am also a Monday born, so I'm very, very happy for you.
And what we want to say is that we're going to leave it out here, but this is not the last time we're going to be raffling tickets. So they should keep listening to, Progressive Mind and and the subsequent, in subsequent, they should just be looking out.
Okay.
And if they want to win more tickets, they should come on.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're definitely going to come back.
Great, and it's been a pleasure having you guys. Presido, close us in a brief summary. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Sankofa Ghanafest 2022. What is going to happen?
Well, what is going to happen is that, to be honest, Ghanafest has been something that we all look up to every year. Unfortunately, 2021, 2020, we couldn't have Ghanafest. And everywhere I go, I get people asking me about Ghanafest. And this year, thanks to my executive and the planning committee, they've done a wonderful job trying their best to get this Ghanafest going. There's a lot of things that are happening. There's a lot of things that will happen at the park. And I say this is the best or the biggest opportunity for every Ghanaian here in Chicago or any other state to make plans to attend this year's Ghanafest. I mean, this is the first time that we have such a beautiful lineup. I mean, Kofi Kenyatta is not a joke. Akwabwa is not a joke. Familia, my favorite guy, is not a joke. And then we have D Black coming, and we have Sefa coming. So it's going to be an awesome day. Like I said earlier, that dinner is going to be unbelievably great. And then Ghanafest itself, the Saturday, is also another thing to talk about. And then on Sunday, we cap this with this soccer between Ghana and Liberia. It's going to be an awesome weekend. I mean, I can't wait, and I'm hoping that everybody that is listening to us is making plans to be here. I didn't want to say this, but I've been president for 6 years, and this is my last Ghana Fest as a president. And so I'm going all out. My executives are going all out to, give me the necessary, beautiful exits as the president of the Ghana National Council. So they are adding so many encomiums to it to make it the best festival so far. So I'm entreating everybody not to take this for granted. Make your plans. If you're out of state and you haven't bought your ticket yet, today is the time that you have to make sure that you are coming. It's going to be a great, weekend, and even the folks in Ghana, the artists in Ghana can't even wait to be here. So, Ghana Fest is on. Sankofa Ghana Fest is on, and I want to thank everybody for listening to your show, and we are doing our best to make it the best festival ever. So we welcome everybody to be at the park. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, great. She has been responded to. Majua was asking information regarding her ticket, so she has the information. Okay, thank you guys, EFFAH and Eunice, for being on top of that. Well, let me read this one. I like this one. She said, "We're going out with a bang. We're going out with a bang," and I believe so. KWESI, did you just say you're no longer going to be the president? I mean, after this year?
Well, this is my last year. 6 years is enough, brother.
Oh my God, no, bro.
but trust me, we got better people that will be taking over. So no fears.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
Yes, because the mantle has to be taken and be run with just the way you did, and even better. Really, really proud of everything that your team has done to lift up the flag and the culture of Ghana, not just Ghana, but Africa in general. Very, very impressive. And so we are very much appreciative. Now, EFFAH, your last comments, and then we'll take from that from Eddie. Eddie, let's go first. You haven't spoken in a while. Give us your last comments, and then we can wrap up.
Well, it is a humble pleasure to have been featured on the show. Big love to everybody. Big love to GNC. Every and anybody that is a part of the community that is assisting and adding on to what is yet to become one of the best Ghana Fest in history. Yeah, I mean, let's like Felicia said, we're going out with a bang. We're doing it bigger, better. It's going to be life-changing. It's going to be a moment in time that's going to be remembered. So, support what we're trying to do. Cop the merch. That's really the big thing here is like, make this one of your favorite pieces in your wardrobe. You know what I mean? Like, we put a lot of work, a lot of sweat and tears and energy and meetings and back and forth to make this happen. And it's not for us, it's for the community. So it's for all of us in essence. So yeah, be a part of it and support it. And let's just keep passing the mantle.
Beautiful, beautiful. EFFAH? We can hear you all of a sudden.
I was on mute, sorry. So first of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity to come here and be able to talk about Ghanafest. This will help us in a long way. What we want to say is that the conversation doesn't end here. People should share our flyers. Go to Facebook, like it, share. Help us on all social media handles. Share for us. As far as you can go, that will help us. And for you, Alinko, I want to thank you especially for this opportunity. I will say that in each program, if you can announce and continue to talk about Ghana first, we'll appreciate that very well. What we want to tell the Ghanaian people and anybody that is going to show up is that we put up one of the best shows that you can have anywhere, and you're going to really have value for money. So what we want you to do is come there and see what African culture is. Come there and see what business opportunities are there. Come on Sunday and see a great match between Ghana and Liberia, and you will definitely love it. We hope to see you out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, EFFAH, and thank you, GNC, for coming on the show and sharing your aspirations, and of course, the event coming up, Sankofa Ghana Fest 2022, coming up July 29th, 30th, and 31st. We really appreciate your presence here. And you want more information, go on GNC Facebook page for more information on this. Remember, to whom much is given, much is required. I've been your host this evening, Alinko. We shall be here next week, God willing, Wednesday. Actually, this Sunday, we shall be here from 4 to 6. And next week, Wednesday, 6 to 8, we shall be here. Thank you again, KWESI, EFFAH, and Edie for coming on the show. And Felicia, great job. Eunice, thank you so much for everything you do. And for those of you who chimed in and watched the show live, God bless you. Keep sharing the feed on Facebook and on YouTube so we can get this message ongoing. Okay, it's a continuous conversation. So God bless you again to all our audience. And again, to whom much is given, much is required. See you soon. Bye-bye.